Alright everybody, welcome to our presentation. First thing first, Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Muhammad Anaf Haikal bin Muhammad Azizaki. My metric number 01 DKM21F1145 and my partner is Azwan, metric number 01 DKM21F1149. Today we are providing engineering consulting service. What we do and our solution to our weakness. I will be talking about our service, characteristics and characteristics. My partner will talk about strengths, weakness, and solution. Firstly, as a consulting service, we aim to improve the initial design of a project by making it more efficient, or simply easier to understand. Not only that, we also put a high rank to far from OSHA standard, so every employer is safe in their workplace. Next, we also provide employer training surveys. Everyone has their strength and we will realize their potential. And finally, we bring concepts and ideas to life. Inform, use your vision and will we design in the best we could. Now on to our second point. What factors do we have a consulting company? Will glass your ask us before we have explained opinion for our very own senior engineering with years of experience. We are also professional. Our reputation is known from completing objective hands to us an office right for multiple choice based on the client's needs. Next, our mindset is that the clients come first. All of our active, we ensure the risk, safety, and certification on the clients before proceeding to the next step. And for our big veterans, if our company or highly analyzation problem solve. Emotional value hold little weight in engineering and will ensure their high quality work when we work with us. Now a bit more into our company described by our very own clientele. We are known from having flexible house. We understand that our clients will have schedule that different from average person and use being flexible open art possibility from meeting and description at your own discretion. We are confident in our ability to serve our client, provide our years worth of consultancy experience, and finally, we are also well known for having a great client to contractor communication. In short, by working with us, I get more value out of your budget and real quality that may unmatched. But now I will be passing the mic to my partner to speak out on our other quality. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. And I'll be taking it from here right now. And first things first, we're going to go over the points of our strength. Now, when you work with our consultancy firm, we guarantee improvements to your existing design. But if you don't have an existing design, we can actually make it to life. Give us an idea of what you want, give us a rough sketch maybe, and we can bring it to life for you, and you can see how it can work. And from there on, you can agree if it's a green light or red light. Maybe if you want to change a few things, you can always mention it to us, and we will always try to make it the best version of your design. Now, speaking of design and quality, we also make sure that each and every one of your project will be at the highest quality possible because we always put an emphasis on that. But okay, one thing already you might have heard is that, okay, when it comes to quality, you have to pay um, a higher price than usual. But we're actually glad to say that our pricing is actually reasonable, and it's mainly based on your project size and complexity. If you have a small project but it's somewhat complex, it won't cost as much as a bigger project and a bit more complexity to it. But overall, you must take into account of both factors when it comes to that pricing range. And but we always assure you that we can give you the best quality when it comes to our consultancy firm. And finally, one of our greatest strengths is actually transparency with the contractors, both on site and online. So you can always see what you're paying for and the progress of our engineers are working at. You can't we're not keeping you in the dark. You know what you know we're not keeping you in the dark. You know what you're getting paid for, and you can see the progress and overall how it works, how everything is going on, how much work is being put into your project. All right, now that's it for the strength. We're going to be talking about the weakness, which is something that everyone hates talking about. But of course, we're human. We always make our own mistakes, and we always know that we have our own weaknesses. But first things first, let's get started by saying that the projects might be lengthy. As a consultancy firm, we always want to assure you that you're getting the most bang out of your buck. So we need a bit more time to actually brainstorm ideas, design flaws, all of that. We must take into account because we're putting you first. We're putting your money at stake here. So of course we're not going to give you something that's half baked, of course. So once you've negotiated a contract with us, you need to be willing to wait quite a bit for your project to be finished. But at the same time, our schedule is also based on our current projects that we have on hand. So let's say that we have three projects. Let's say we can manage five projects at most, two complex and three simple. So once we're fully booked, we can't really take your project and add it to our load because, of course, we don't want to be overworking our workers, and we need to take time for each and everyone to have rest. They can fully focus on their work. So sometimes you might be put on a wait list even, and sometimes we can also put you into the waitlist for a certain service. Let's say that you came to us for employee training services, but that doesn't mean you can get it straight away because our workers are fully on board, hands full, plate is already spilling. So you might have to be put on hold for a while, but we definitely guarantee you that as soon as we can get our workers to be on board on your request, we will immediately put you at the top of our list. And finally, uh, in terms of engineering speaking, we all have our own ways of doing things. So if you're an engineer as well, you might have your own way of doing things. And when we have two different ideologies collide, of course we're gonna have a clash, right? And we need time to adapt to those rules that you have set for yourself, those procedures that you have already set in mind. So we might be needing like maybe 1 or 2 weeks at most to fully prepare or adapt to the in-house rules that you have set. Now, with all that weaknesses being said and done, we do have some solutions in mind to counteract or to at least negate those weaknesses. First things first, we want to prioritize small goals leading to larger ones to show progress. This is very in tangent with the transparency that I've talked to you about and the length of projects. So you do know that okay, these people are doing work. I'm paying them for something. They're not slacking off maybe. Um, and for scheduling wise, we have in mind real-time management of projects. So we have supervisors on hand ready, making sure everything's going smoothly, efficiently, and everyone is doing their part, doing their share of the work. Thirdly, services might be limited due to scheduling. All right, if let's say we have two people that's waiting for employee training services, then we will put our focus into that certain service, get it done as quickly as possible, so the next client can get their turn or like get their chance of receiving that service. And finally, we can train our engineers to actually adapt, and that is a whole new study based on the brain, because we always want to make sure our engineers are fully capable of everything that they do. Now, in conclusion, that will be all the points from our strengths and weaknesses and solutions. Uh, and we have already made plans to conquer all of it in hand. Everything is planned out to say the least. So everyone should be everyone should remember that hard work betrays none, and our consultancy is actually a living proof of it. We work hard to make sure that you, the client, is satisfied. Now, are there any questions regarding to our services? If there are, do speak up right now. But if there is none, I thank you for lending your ear and have a good day.